We are back. We are back with another podcast. I'm here with, DTP minus our singer Jerome, who's still traveling cross country doing his thing.
Guitarist.
Yeah, he's also a guitarist, and we're all backup vocalists, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. None of us are actually lead vocals. We're just backup vocals. I'm here with the boys of Gürschach.
Yeah, what's up?
You want to introduce yourselves?
This is X.
And this is Scotty McRib.
And we're from Gargamel.
Gargamel in the house.
I'm sorry! I said I was a jackass.
Which has nothing to do with anything else.
Yeah, we heard you were talking shit.
Oh, that's all normal.
Just here to set the record straight. Apparently we're
Happens a lot.
going to do a Sharks and the Jets kind of brawl here in a minute.
Yeah,
we have friends who are doing a Brad Pitt themed metal band, and I think a Smurfs themed metal band we can find room in there.
Hey,
Hand me
actually,
blue,
speaking
buddy.
of themed metal bands, Oakley Dokley and
BTP
Oh, God, yeah.
Metallica are playing at the Ritz in April.
Metallica?
Oakley.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You guys,
Oakley Dokley.
if you don't see that,
have you
you're
heard
missing out.
Metallica, though?
No, I have not.
Is
Dude,
Metallica-
their
Oakley.
shit is so
Is
amazing.
Metallica an actual band?
Yes.
Like I know they have music, but are they actually a live band
Oh
playing
no, they're an
instruments?
actual live band.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, have you not heard the Masterful Mystery Tour?
So good.
No, I haven't heard that one yet. But
That one's the one to start with.
Oh,
I'm
God.
shocked Max Sabbath's not on that bill. But Max Sabbath is playing in a couple weeks at the Ritz.
I think it's because they were already playing there so soon.
Yeah, now that Metallica has the new album, they got some new material they can mash up.
yeah.
All right, so thanks for joining us. If you guys remember, we played with you guys a few weeks ago. We already forgot because we're old. So.
Ooh, I remember.
Oh, remember Toots Tavern?
We got to play on
I
the
love
nice.
remembering Toots Tavern.
Play
The
that nice-
audience has now just somehow magically entered the fucking world of Fraggles.
Buy a shirt.
Buy our shirts.
I remember berries. I remember Fat Rock.
By the way, we're just going to be plugging our shirts like every 10 minutes in this podcast.
That's perfectly fine. We'll put it on we'll put it on there and then put it in the comments as well.
Or we'll just
Buy
have
a shirt,
We'll
and
just
then
have
in
a
the
really good
comments.
take of buy our shirts, and then you guys just add it in post, just in between every
There you go.
sentence.
I just wanted to take a quick break to go ahead and let you know to buy a shirt. Stuff like that in between every 5 minutes.
Oh, depending how drunk I am at shows, I just scream at the mic, buy shit! Some of these people are from out of town, they need gas money, buy shit!
There's actually a story to that too. It's like what happened was when we were first playing shows. This was just based on some video that Kasim G wrote that nobody remembers, obviously, but he just did this thing where in the middle of he was pretending to do the rant from the ginger kid that was doing the gingers have souls thing, and in between a whole bunch of sentences he was just buy my shirts, and I thought that was funny enough that I just went on stage and said that, and then the drummer pulled me aside later. It's why'd you say that? We don't have any shirts to sell.
You're creating demand, and then you fulfill the supply.
Exactly. You gotta
And
work
then,
it backwards.
you know
Saves a
what-
little more
Shout
money.
out to Miss Seepster's economics class, 5th period.
Yeah. Then we just realized the best way to plug your stuff is to do it almost in a lampooning way.
Yeah.
Where people don't even take you seriously, because then they're haha, that was funny. Hey, how much for a shirt?
You should
$10.
You should have buy our shirt on the back of the shirt. That'd be pretty funny.
I'm down.
It's the domino effect.
Yeah.
Somebody sees that dude, cool shirt. And then it says buy our shirts in the back. It's
Can you
I
imagine-
gotta buy their shirts.
If you're setting up the merch table and just one sign says buy a shirt, but there's no shirts there. I'm setting
Sold
that would
out
be
of
for
shirts.
people. They're what shirt?
Oh, that's the name of the band.
It's sorry, we
hey
sold out of
everyone, we're
shirts.
buy our
That's right
shirts.
Here, yeah.
We're a shirt-themed metal band.
Aren't all metal bands shirt-themed metal bands?
Not if you're high on fire.
Oh, there you go.
Matt Pike.
Not if you're Man-O-War.
The top 20 best Matt Pike t-shirts was fucking hilarious.
But our friend's old band NVS, after every song it would be go on to nvsmusic.com, we are MVS at facebook.com, we are MVS at YouTube.
Yeah.
Would just mention everything, but just say we are NVS like 20 times after every song. It's fucking great. They didn't take themselves too seriously, but their music was kind of serious.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, right?
Yeah.
Will you hire the Micro Machine Man to just give that line, just
Yeah.
every between every song?
That's the bizarre stuff. But yeah, so we played with you guys a few weeks back on the carpeted stage.
Yeah, it was nice. I'd never played Toots before. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was a little last minute show we put together, which is pretty neat for Dwayne to get everything going, to get us into new territories,
Have you guys worked with Dwayne before?
No,
No.
not at all.
So you just kind of came across.
Yeah, it's that I found him because a few of my friends' bands played there. I mean, my buddy Patrick, he's in a Toy Called God. He did stuff with them back in the day.
Yeah, we know Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, P. Dunn. Yeah, he's around.
Good guy. But basically, I found him there, and then I guess he also helped our friend Aryan, who's a drummer for Kinefret. He went through them too. So we kind of did that, and then he gave us a chance, and well, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Dude, Arion got mad because he lost the whole shot in the gut competition thing.
Oh, really?
Dude, he got hella salty about that. It's like, I showed him the results, and he's like, he just did the thumb up at first, and it was like, you got an honorable mention. It's like, you're an honorable mention. I'm like, sorry, I mean, it's like, it's not really vegan if it's got mayonnaise. It's like, it so too is vegan. And I'm like, I mean, it's like, dude, Scott, we gotta give him a shot glass or else he's gonna like kill us. I think he's gonna eat me.
He's gonna eat you. All right. You heard it here.
Nah,
Aryan. We'll give you a shot glass.
He was probably fine. He was just giving me shit. He's like, oh, thanks for not giving me the win, bro. Why'd you even show me this?
Hopefully that shot glass has Buyer shirt on it.
No, it doesn't.
Buy our shirts.
So how'd you guys get started?
How did we get started? Well, he's actually the latest member, so like, it kind of got started in high school between me and the rhythm guitarist Leyland, who's not here, but
He sucks.
yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh yeah, we're obligated to talk shit about him now, huh?
Yeah, no. So he's not here because he's busy basically just like getting high in Santa Cruz right now, probably watching Sausage Party too. And we were just like getting into metal in high school, and just we didn't really know the first thing about being a band. We thought, we just gotta write an album and then, find some people who can just play the instrument, get a record deal, become famous.
Wow,
Like
you guys were idiots and you needed me.
yeah, but
That's how Drum and I were in high school. Like,
we kind of had our
find people to play this shit.
we kind of had our rude awakening pretty fast. So like, I just ended up just abandoning the whole thing altogether, and then went to a bunch of other groups that were local around Antioch. One particular one that was just exceptionally good was Shallow Grave.
Oh jeez.
Is that your drummer, your starting drummer, or is he somebody who came along afterwards?
Daniel, he was like a drum student of the drummer from Shallow Grave, so that was how we hooked up with him. And what was perfect about him was that he was very technically advanced, but he was pretty unexperienced in terms of actually writing stuff, so he was like this fresh slate, He was this guy who could pull off almost anything.
And he's also not here, so
Yeah.
he sucks too.
Yeah, well, Daniel probably
Suck
wouldn't even mind it so
drumsticks.
much.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably busy folding burritos at the moment.
Is that a euphemism?
He works.
No, literally, he
He works at
folds burritos.
I thought I've heard Skip say that before, but I don't know.
No,
I
you.
do on my
it's like-
own time.
Yeah, he's like buying new drum kits like that are made of like I'd say 15,000 of the burritos he's folded so far.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, those got to make killer skins.
Yeah, no, just like a good way to do it is to measure his like the stuff he's bought with the burritos he's had to fold to get those things.
Use tortillas to muffle his toms.
This is my studio kit from Taco Bell.
It costed this many burritos.
Now $15.99.
So then we basically just met up with him like behind one of the shows we were playing, and he was like, "Yeah, so I mean, you guys are pretty cool, so let's just do that. And mostly Daniel and I got along instantly because we were the only two guys that actually wanted to write music that sounded weird and not like the same thing everyone else was doing. And that was especially a problem because what happened was we were forming this new group with me, the drummer, and two other guys, Andrew Freeman and Logan Shackleton, who their entire agenda was just, okay, so we want to make an 80s thrash band to like rehash the greats, like, you know, Exodus is Bonded by Blood and Slayer's Everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, so another one of those bands, that's fine. And then, like, they were the kind of guys that just wrote, I think, like 4 riffs one day and decided to use those 4 riffs to write 2 entire songs. And, like, what was it? They had, I loved the song titles they come with too. Like, you remember It's Feeding Time?
Yeah.
And Loxodona Flu. Originally, they were called Thrash in Your Face and Metal in Flames.
Yeah, I mean, like, if they were trying to get on the whole arrogant new Big Four of Bay Area thrash, like Archaea and Hemotoxin were, they were on the right track.
They were like 15 too.
Yeah.
So, like, there's no reason I would, like, I probably was that guy too when I was 15. Yeah. But then, you know, like, they contributed those 2 songs, and then probably like 3 weeks later just said, hey, so I'm a bounce. There's this better band that asked me to join them, so yeah. And then Daniel and I were like, so what now? He's like, well, I still have my buddy from high school, Leyland, who isn't in a group right now. And it's like, fine. And then Gürschach started from that. Then it was just about like finding bass players to fill in that spot. And we started with Michael Flynn. He now lives in Michigan as a stand-up comedian. And now we got Scotty here.
Yep. I found these guys because I was in a local stoner rock band. Ironically, I was the drummer of that group. We were called Hypergiant. We played quite a few shows, ran into them a few times, and I mean, they were neat. And it was like, oh hey, well, we could use another band, and I knew this guy, so it was like we started playing together. Then when Hypergiant ended, because my 2 other members were going to Arizona State. So they were out of state and everything, and truth be told, 6 months later they were already back.
Yeah, you can't leave out the part of the story about the Black Sabbath concert.
But basically, essentially, I met up with these guys because when their bass player was leaving, they were doing a big, neat final show at the local music school in Orinda, and I was like, hey, you guys need an opener? So I showed up and I played Tenacious D songs mostly. It was that and a few other random ones, made everybody feel absolutely weirded the fuck out.
I showed up late and then joined in the vocals right when I got there.
Is this like a bass player thing or something?
I'll tan you fucking high.
I'm having like this feeling like the Tenacious D is a bass player thing.
Because they don't have one?
You guys like excel at it.
They don't have anything but 2 guitars.
Yeah, and yet bass players are all the ones yelling Tenacious D songs.
I'm sorry.
So, I mean, like...
No, you're not.
Yeah, I feel it. But after that whole fiasco, like, we went to Denny's afterwards, and Daniel asked me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good at guitar do you think you are? I'm like, maybe like a 5 or a 6. And they go like, well, we need a bass player. Would you be interested? And I was like, you know, why not? And so...
Let me just go get a bass.
Yeah, let me just go get a bass. And essentially that continued through just 3 months of hanging out with them, and we did our first show together, and I was in.
Buy a shirt.
Buy our shirts.
Buy our shirts.
And where'd the name come from?
The name? That's for him.
Yeah, the name was basically like... Technically, it came after quite a lot of trial and error of trying to find a good name in English that was not taken. Yep. And I think we gave that a solid, 55 tries until we were just like, you know what? Fuck the English language in general. We'll just figure it out ourselves, because we were big fans of Rammstein in particular. We decided, why don't we just come up with a name that just sounds good to chants, in a huge crowd setting. Like, just this syllable and this syllable. That's all I want. And eventually we got Gürschach out of that. But then we decided to, like, spell it with the whole sort of German spelling because we felt that, you know, the mystery behind the name was actually enough to get people to sort of, like, you know, get their face
closer. Is it
closer.
not actually a real word?
It isn't, no.
Oh, okay.
It's as much a real word as, you know, just somebody's name would be.
Okay. So
Well,
you just
weird.
assembled the word because you like the way it sounded, and then you put the umlauts on it to confuse people?
No, the umlaut is pronounceable. We just don't pronounce it.
Okay.
Like, normally you'd have to say, like, Gürschach, but, you know, nobody's going to do that in America.
Right.
They're going to be like, go back to Germany.
I was asking about Gargamel, but all right.
No, like, seriously, the first show
That sounds like a medication.
The first show we played at Red House, they thought we were from Germany. They seriously thought we were a German group, and that was apparently what they were, like, hosting their whole promotion on. Like,
That's
check out the band from Germany here.
Where's the fire and the sex slaves?
You're like, hi, we're from San Leandro.
Yeah, we got treated really nicely for that.
We are from San Londrando. What the fuck is that?
So yeah, we got treated like a touring band, which, you know, wasn't much different because we were basically a band with no fan base there. It was a
Happens.
pretty good start, I'd say.
That's pretty funny.
It's not bad. What do you guys have coming up?
All right, so in that, I guess I do a lot of the bookings. So we're gonna be in Reno, December 10th. We're gonna be playing the Santa pub crawl event, and we're gonna be somewhere in the main city. I haven't been told the exact details yet, but we're playing. And alongside of that, January we will be doing a week-long tour. We're going to start in LA on Monday, January 2nd. We're going to hit Arizona the next day. We're going to make Las Vegas work. We've got a couple more LA area dates and trying to make San Diego work as well. But for now, we have 4 shows, which are pretty good.
And that would conclude the Nightmare Tour, too.
Yeah, so once that's all done, maybe have one thing local for people to just be like, hey, we haven't seen you guys.
Yeah, like
And
the
then-
house show thing?
Yeah, which that would probably be in my apartment complex. Hopefully I don't get kicked out.
Yeah,
And,
it's been too long since we did it all ages show.
and
People could
then after that, we have material for a full length that we're going to be recording to hopefully be out in September next year.
yeah.
You guys just released an EP, right?
That was last year.
Last
We released
Yeah,
a music
sure.
video.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, we more recently just released a lyric video.
Buy our shirts.
Buy our shirts. I was going to segue that into saying, like, we need money for the album. Buy our shirts.
Where are you guys recording?
That's still a work in progress. There's a variety of places we've been looking into. Our drummer went to, I don't remember what the studio is
Newtone?
called. Yeah. He went to Newtone. There was one in San Francisco that it's known because Primus recorded Sailing the Seas of Cheese at it. Trying to remember what its name was, but they do shows and stuff, so he's checked it out.
Yeah, we
Neat
might try to
little
get with Glenn Fricker just for that whole thing.
We'll see what we
Just
can do.
fly all the way to Canada.
Yeah.
Well, the guy we shared the studio with is recording. He does recording as well. If you guys are interested, so you can get your information for you guys.
It might be cool. This isn't too far.
Yeah, and
It was
Yeah, if it
Sit down
if
with
it
him.
sounds anything like your guys' album, that'd actually be it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I also have to say that I actually like listen to the full album. I really dig it actually.
Thank you very much.
Probably like Skeletal the most.
Awesome.
Very cool.
isn't that the oldest?
Buy our album.
No man, it's gotta be the
Lyrically,
shirts.
anyway.
Yeah.
And that, funny enough though, Skeletal I think was from him and the other guitar
Jerome
player.
and I
singer.
were in a band previous, and that was one of the oldies from that band.
We just kind of retooled it a little bit.
And, yeah, there's a lot of 2 people coming together in 2 different projects, and you know we just kind of tweaked things a little bit just to kind of refresh them. And
Yeah.
that's where a lot of those songs came from.
That was the one that definitely had like that nice atmosphere with the whole like, you know, pairing up some sort of like more melodic singing along with the like dark and stuff. Whereas like any other time I would hear the like as soon as the clean riff comes, I'm just expecting it to either burst in like bloody murder with the whole distortion on, with like sweeping and shit, or to have like the vocalist come in like, I am scary.
Yeah, that's usually something he would do.
What?
But no, I like. Isn't that something Jerome would do?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have this guy here, and he's pretty experienced. He's been doing it for a while.
Tritune Studios.
Yeah,
Brian King.
Yep. And he worked. He's really
You
easy to
know,
work with.
that's a really ironic name.
Yeah, but you'll never figure out why.
I mean,
Brian King or Tritune?
Brian King.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Buy our shirts.
But yeah, and he's really easy to work with. I mean, it was really a simple process. It could have been. Recording is one of those things where it could be like a nightmare. It could be, you get in there and you kind of just do your thing and then go away and they figure it out for you.
and it
But-
could also be a guy doing drums saying, "Well, you can't have your drums sound like
Oh
this."
my god,
Yeah.
dude! If we could just fill up a whole entire 45 minutes of like the shit we had to deal with in the EP recordings. So this like drum teacher we have, like, or not even drum teacher, he's like a recording teacher, but he's got a lot of opinions about drums. I'll tell you that. Like, so first day we go in, he goes up to us because our drummer was playing this thing where he was pretending he couldn't speak English, so he only spoke Spanish to us. We called him Daniel Rajabi and brought in like our own little like Persian prayer rug looking thing to have his drums over, making him think like, oh, these guys like trying to sound like System of a Down or something. So I think that was a good idea too, because it kept Daniel from talking to anybody.
Yeah. I mean, Daniel, we love you, but shut the hell up.
So then the very first thing that happens, this guy goes up to us, is like, so what kind of drum tone are you looking for?
And we're just like, well, we kind of want something that sounds like deep, but like something that's nice and punchy too.
Well, you see, that's going to be almost impossible with the porthole that you got on your drums there. So I'm just saying, I mean, it's not going to work out that well.
Well, can't you make it work? I mean, that's why we're here.
Well, I'm saying I can make it work, but it's going to be almost impossible.
Well, then why don't you do the almost impossible?
At that point, the guy was just like, no. He just pulls the plug on it.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's what you get for letting students record you. Honestly, we
No,
did it
I mean,
through
I was just kind of like,
expressions.
why did you
Okay.
even bother asking us what we wanted if you already had your own agenda you wanted to push in the first place?
Well, that's generally what they're taught. I think that's the problem.
That's what they're
They're
taught.
taught to ask
They're
the
taught is as soon as
questions.
as soon as the artists come in telling you what they want, ignore them.
Yeah.
Because they don't know shit.
Okay,
They
now
don't
you
know.
what they're
They don't know what
expecting
they
to hear.
want. It's up to you to tell them what they want.
You're supposed to
Because
answer.
we're in a loudness war here.
You're supposed to answer. Okay, we'll see what we can do, and then just do what you're actually going to do on the other side.
At least let the artist feel like they're in control, though, right?
Yeah, exactly. You placate them so that they're happy, and they go away, and then you do your thing in the
No,
back room.
no. Our theory is that the guy was just doing that to intentionally piss us off so that we would perform better as a metal band,
Like that was his equivalent of like Rick Rubin throwing a potted plant at you.
Yeah. Except minus the potted plants.
Was that Rick Rubin or Ross Robinson?
That's Ross Robinson.
Yeah, as I say, I think.
Yeah, I think Rick Rubin's aspect is to just sit on a couch and just watch everything be done for
Just,
him.
and then just be like, "Hey, I'll come back when you can do this better."
he likes to sign checks and put his name on things. and
I'm
then
pretty
walk
sure
away.
Rick Rubin is like the producer that is like the embodiment of the member berries. He's just like the, hey, Black Sabbath, so he like hands them their first album.
Remember this one?
Pretend you just recorded this.
Oh, hey, remember Paranoid?
Oh, I remember.
And then, so Brian, he's really easy to work with. We had a long process because we were being very particular. So,
Really?
And he actually will work with people on that, which is rare. A lot of people they want to record you and get you out of the way and do the back end stuff. And
My other band's recording with him as well. So either he's good at what he does, or I'm a glutton for punishment, or some combination of the two.
I mean, generally we wouldn't ask an engineer to give us a particular sound. We would just listen to other stuff they've recorded, and if we liked it, then we have enough trust in them. We couldn't do that with where we recorded because it was a recording school. There's no actual final version of what they do there.
Right.
Yeah, they kind of just record it and go, okay.
Yeah, and I mean it's a different group of people every single time. So
But yeah,
what are you gonna do?
I'll get you his information, and you guys can hit him up, and at very least just have a conversation.
Yeah, that will be interesting. I think you'll have to talk to him for obvious reasons.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That Brian King.
Quite.
And the man loves to play the drums though. So
Yeah, if you want to go back to the drums thing, he loves drums.
he will put time into those drums.
You want punchy drums that have depth? You
Buy our
tell him
shirts.
that. Yeah, you tell him to buy a shirt.
Drums that have to buy our shirts. You heard it here.
That's the step we missed.
We all screwed up because we just went, here's what the drums are supposed to
You
sound
guys, you guys were wearing some wrong shirts there. It's got to have Gürschach on it.
Well, here's also the thing. How many different time signatures or changes do you guys have in your songs?
Actually, some of them are
Very
pretty
selective.
straightforward.
Then it'll be
Very
a lot
but
easier
some-
to record your guys' stuff.
I mean,
No,
some are
that's
like
true.
that. Others are very different.
No,
We spent a year recording. Let's just say that.
here's the thing. We don't exactly write our music with different time signatures being a central theme.
Right.
We'll use different time signatures, but that's
It
always
comes about naturally.
that's a secondary thing. Yeah.
You see, we don't either. I'm just an idiot, and then he has to deal with it.
I don't
and
know
then
how to
everything
count.
comes into different time signatures.
He'll write some shit, it'll come in as like, I don't suppose you have an idea what time signature that? No? Alright, fine.
That
And
sounds
then I
like
have to figure it
Leyland.
out.
Yeah.
That honestly sounds like Leyland. He would do this, and it's like that's supposed to be 7/4 because it just sounds like 4/4 in triplets. And then you added some extra shit just to fill up the bar and your program you were tabbing it in.
Yeah, it's cool when bands do time signatures
So
right.
what was
yeah.
it? That was what was that Dirty Blonde Tinkles riff?
Oh yeah.
That's the name of one of your songs, Dirty Blonde.
No, that's the name. That's the name of our rhythm guitarist, Dirty
Oh,
Blonde
okay.
Tinkle. That's what he gets for not being here too. So anyway, Dirty Blonde Tinkle and I go way back in high school.
And with that, buy a shirt. But the
Buy our shirts.
yeah, and it's one of those things where he's always had to deal with me and my writing, and I'm always the one that's kind of like I don't have any training, so I just kind of write by what sounds good.
So who comes up with the subjects then? The song titles, the lyrical themes, things like that.
Him and Jerome mostly.
Yeah, they do all the lyric stuff, but sometimes half of the songs are named from things I think you came up with lyrically, and the other half of the songs are just shit that we've randomly thrown against the wall to temporarily.
Yeah, we've got a handful of names that we used as temporaries, and then they ended up keeping them. He just names songs weird, random shit, and then somehow they end up staying and being written.
Cactus is the main.
Cactus
the main
and Silver Tongue
example.
Behemoth.
No, you know how to. There's a particular formula for writing the perfect song title. What you do is, it's good when you can add this phrase "in my ass" at the end of it, and it's funny. So Cactus is a good one.
All right, I will have to
Yep.
mill that over.
Yep.
Well, okay, so
Yep.
let's look at the names. Then.
Royal-
We have-
Oh shit! No shit,
yeah,
dude,
fossil,
dude.
Fossil in my ass.
The night the
Trouble
sky
times
rained
in my
nukes in my ass.
Yeah, failure in my
Failure in my
ass.
Germ in my ass.
Royal fool in my ass.
That doesn't sound like fun.
How about a
I
silver
still
tongue
think-
Silver Tongue
behemoth in
Behemoth
your
in your
ass?
ass?
I still think Cactus wins.
Yeah, Cactus in your ass.
Parade in my ass. Kites in my
Flying
ass.
kites in my ass.
No, you don't think bands do that. Every band that you love does that. Have you ever heard Disturbed's 10,000 Fists?
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Or lately, from Metallica, we have Hardwired to Self-Destruct in my ass.
Saint Anger in my ass.
Silver tongue behemoth. That was a name that
Ooh.
one of us came up with a
And
long time
justice for
ago.
all in my ass.
The punishment due in my ass.
It's always,
No. That one's
Is it
killing
me?
is my business, and
Could never
business is
remember.
good in my ass.
You came up with Silver Tongue Behemoth, and I was like, holy shit, Scott, that's like the most serious thing I've ever heard you say for a song title. And we kind of like kept it.
Yeah, so that's where that came from. Fossil, they
Fossil
changed the
by
name of
us.
the song.
I don't think we had a weird title for that one.
It was
No.
FFF
Oh yeah, that's
because
right.
because when we were trying to play the song and all the riffs, it was like
But Megadeth has a song called FFF.
yeah. Well, ours started as PFFT.
Like,
I thought you were gonna say PF Changs.
no.
PF Changs.
Failure, I don't remember anymore.
Bees Knees.
Bees Knees,
Failures
that's right.
was Bees Knees.
Which is still on YouTube somewhere, the original version of Bees Knees.
Royal Fool was Hot Mess.
Yeah, you guys changed it, didn't you?
Hot Mess in My Ass. That might have been a better title. Than Royal Fool, if that's what we're using as the metric.
I don't know. Royal Fool in my ass is still good.
It almost sounds like somebody who's made an honest mistake.
It sounds more like you guys changed the lyrics to be more topical with the election.
It kind of panned out that
Yeah.
way, but it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Metallica's new album. They release it beforehand, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god!" They said built a higher wall in the lyrics. It's about Trump. No, they just did that way ahead of time.
Like, well, I mean, Silver Tongue Behemoth was written 3 years ago. And it was mainly,
3 years ago.
yeah.
Musically speaking. Yeah.
Is that the oldest one?
Yeah.
For us.
Of the current pack, yeah.
The
Of
three
the
of
current
us were one unit of a band. We did the Disrupt the Paradigm for coming out of another project. The three of us had left another project, started Disrupt the Paradigm, and we joined up with him and two other people, the other guitarist, and they had another guy as well.
After a bunch of trial and errors on our end.
Yeah.
Huh.
So we had STV was our first song we kind of wrote together as a group, and we just kept tweaking it and tweaking it and tweaking it and tweaking it
It was about
musically.
7 months to get it where we wanted
Wait,
it.
what was it called?
Silver Tongue Behemoth.
Oh, STB. Okay.
Yeah.
STB.
And then once we did that, we kind of threw it at these guys and said, "Here's our main song, and have fun
Don't
writing
touch
lyrics."
it.
Yeah, have fun writing lyrics, and they figured it out.
God, fuck,
Well, one of the
old is
earlier
this one?
incarnations of the band,
Too old.
we were the 4 songs that we had were kind of concepts about different kinds of monsters that Scott was working with, and so that was one of the things that kind of carried over.
Yeah, a lot of my stuff was kind of monster based, so like the Godzilla-esque type of things.
Dude,
And
like our oldest song is like This Massacre, and God, that's like 7 years ago. At this point, I was 15 when I wrote that one.
Check out the lyric video on YouTube.
Buy our shirts.
Buy our shirts.
yeah, and then you wrote Skeletal. What?
Skeletal, it's all, well, say it's about
30?
13 years old.
13.
Because I
13.
wrote that pretty much right after my kid was born, just months after.
Yeah. That's the oldest one we got lyrically.
Were you in
Something
SI
like that.
then, or was that just something you wrote for
That was,
yourself?
yeah, that was long before I joined SI.
Okay.
Well, I mean, SI was a band, they started,
2006, I think, right?
oh no, I
Jesus.
thought it was like 2000, 2004, 2005.
And I've been writing music with this guy for almost,
At least 10 years.
yeah.
I think you joined.
I think it's been longer than that too now.
2005.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So yeah, we've
Been
got
a
a lot
while.
of stuff.
Oh, just stop.
Oh, man, this makes it sound like total boobs now.
Sorry.
But yeah,
And I've known you since like 2002, so going on 14 years now.
I was 10 years old then.
2000.
Maybe
We are old
2003,
men.
but it was.
That was a good time to be
2004,
in
something like
music
that. It
when
was
like
right before
every
I took
single
down
alt
Dirty.
band came out with their first record.
Oh.
2002. That's when every alt band like released their first record.
and there was lightning crashes and all that other weird random shit that was popping out at that time.
That was
You
like,
like that, right?
94.
Lightning crashes from live?
Yeah.
And throwing copper?
That was like 94, man.
Yeah.
That came out when I was in 7th grade.
Oh, I'm feeling coming back again.
Oh, buddy.
Crap. Yeah, so Other than
Alternative
that,
rock karaoke with just.
I'll fucking do that all day.
Let me know. I got the first round.
I keep threatening everybody with karaoke and no one wants
Don't
to do
threaten, bitch. I'm right here. Let's go.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I couldn't give less of a fuck. I'll throw my right hat in the ring too.
it. Tummy sticks to the loser.
So I got $20 on who wins.
That's unfair. You have to go with a name.
oh, loser has to buy a shirt.
Yeah.
Buy our shirts.
Crap, I'd have to buy one of my own if I lose.
Dude, no, don't. You can't wear your own shirt.
I mean, have to make a
I just
shirt
had-
and
I
then
just
buy
had to-
my own shirt after I
I
make
just
it.
have to like throw $10 at my own hand.
I would have bought one of your shirts if you had it in a 2X. So just
We're working on it.
All right,
We're
well,
working on
let
it.
me know.
We actually do got to do that before we leave for January, man.
We are.
All right.
So where can people find out more about you guys?
Well, we have a website which is
Buyershirts.com.
Gürschach.com. Okay, buyershirts.com. That's our new. You heard it over there. That's our new URL. Buyershirts.com.
So that one is www.gurschach.com. Buy our shirts.
Not making people put the little dots above the U.
No, they
the
don't have to
website.
do that at all.
You guys on the Facebook?
We are on the Facebook. We
Yep.
are on the YouTube, the Twitter, the Instagram, and a couple other random things nobody else uses.
Well,
Yeah,
we
you
have
get-
Spotify.
Oh, we are on Spotify. That's right. Really neat thing. CD Baby. You go through them, you can get all your shit everywhere.
Same thing with Bandcamp.
Yeah.
They do that now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Or was
well,
it
ours
Bandcamp
is-
or
ours is
Reverb Nation?
Reverb Nation?
Reverb Nation? Okay.
Yeah, I knew Reverb Nation. I was like, Bandcamp, really?
We
Yeah, we're
gotta we
on-
gotta fix our Reverb Nation. The very first thing people go when they go to our like Facebook page and look band profile is Attack of the Flying Ninja Pizza Zombies and Beer. That's
What's wrong with that?
It's
10
15 seconds just about, and basically what's going on,
know what?
like
No,
my vocal
No,
part
hold
is
on.
like,
I'm just gonna
that
get it.
whole time.
Hold on, I'm just gonna pull it up. That's like way better than
All right,
just
all right.
explaining it.
that'll be fun.
Did you apply the In My Ass treatment to that song? That's what I
Attack of the Flying Ninja Pizza Zombies and Beer in my ass. Of course we did.
Perfect.
Now, you kids at home won't be able to see this, but I want you to imagine it based on the title.
What the fuck is this?
And if it helps you
Oh.
fall asleep at night, yay.
I
Technical
thought,
difficulties.
I swear to God, I thought I saw a fan page of us, and I'm like, who the fuck did that? No, they just named one of the shows we're going to Gürschach for some reason.
Any other big plans for next year?
It's gonna be 2017. Hopefully, not as many celebrities die,
That would be.
or at least the unimportant ones. Like, let's just see.
Yeah, can't all the shitty ones die?
Let's
Can they take
see.
Chad Kroger with them?
Yeah, let's see Chad Kroger go. Let's see
No, 'cause then
the
he'll become a
Biebs
martyr.
go.
Yeah, he'll be a martyr for his cause of shitty music.
All right, let's see.
The
Let's
Biebs will
see
come
Lindsay
back to
Lohan
them.
finally relapse and like overdose, like we know she will. Let's see.
No,
Let's.
Biebs will just come back to life because he's like the spawn of Satan. He can't die. He died one time, and then it apparently wasn't even real. That's like the closest.
Or the rest of his abilities will die out, and he'll just have to go back to playing drums, like he originally was doing.
You know, I thought about that. You know, if he tried to do anything like that, like for any other thing, no one's gonna take him seriously.
What's that?
I feel like if it was like everyone's like he's in some like group and it's like Justin Bieber on drums, there's like whatever. You know, it's like it wouldn't hold any relevance at all, really.
What's your favorite Beeb song?
Mom and Dad didn't beat me enough.
Please
That's
tell
a
us
good
some
one.
lyrics from that song. I mean, is
And
it
does that
ass-
end with "In My Ass"?
Mom and Dad didn't beat me enough in my ass.
Oh, Jesus.
No, they hit me in the nuts instead. That's why I got this perpetually high voice. That's why I sound like a little bitch.
Is it as much of a classic as John Denver's "Please Daddy Don't Get Drunk This Christmas"?
Oh yeah,
now
he did
now
do
you're
it.
speaking to my roots.
And his kids hit after that.
Oh,
With
got
Dad
it.
growing the turkey again.
So, for,
Frank
for everybody
without my
curious,
mouth.
this
All
is
right, here we go.
All right.
All right, we have it. It is going to be wow. You ready for this?
You are listening to Gürschach Radio. Buy our shirts.
That's it. There you
Excellent.
Go.
That's the song.
Sounds about right.
Kind of reminds me of Guitar Did a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people's first impression of us, basically, is what I'm saying. We need to fix that.
Or don't.
Or don't, just add more songs around it, based on that.
Yeah, do a better one.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. Go
right,
even
Need to
further.
remaster it.
It's gotta be. It's gotta
Song
be,
title needs to be longer.
It needs to remaster and it needs to be even shorter. If it's not longer than You Suffer, if it's longer than You Suffer by Napalm Death, we didn't do it right.
And by
Just
and by
adjust the drum
shorter,
tones.
we're not cutting anything out. We got to play it faster.
Oh, that reminds me of them was it the B movie and Fast Motion? Every time it says B, they speed
Oh
it up.
shit!
Jesus Christ. It
What?
turns B movie into a 7-minute movie.
Yeah.
That whole
YouTube.
I saw that yesterday, man.
Talking
Why is
about
everyone
the
talking
Jerry
about that now?
Seinfeld B, like where's
Yeah.
the B? What do they do?
Every time he says the word B, or anybody does in that movie, they speed it up incrementally.
It
So,
doesn't
like-
even just go for like the animal bee. Like if they said to be or not to be, it would
Right.
speed up twice.
Okay.
Yep. And so basically, by the end of it, you're just hearing going, and then the movie ends. Because it's going so fast.
Nice.
It's terrible. The guy that did that, he's doing that
I
with
just-
a bunch of movies.
Man, I loved how like the very beginning of the movie, like it starts with narration, you don't see the actual thing, and they already dropped the word "be" 3 times.
Yep.
So if they did that with Big Lebowski, it'd be about 3 minutes long. If they did that every time someone said "dude."
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's a good point.
No, you take the Wolf of Wall Street and speed it up every time they say "fuck."
That would be almost every Scorsese movie or Tarantino.
No, the only reason the Wolf of Wall Street was able to win that Guinness World Record of like most swear words in a movie is because it's 3 hours long. Like if it was any shorter, they couldn't have put all the fucks in that they wanted.
It was originally a 5-hour movie.
Man, I wish it was 5 hours. There could have been so many more fucks.
Oh, so much.
So much more fucks to be given.
So much more drugs. So much more Marvel.
Dude,
Robbie.
Scorsese's the only one that really gives a fuck anymore, right?
Yes.
Woo! Fucking B movie. That's all I can think about now. I
Yeah, you
start
think
thinking about it.
B-movie
get
gives
my
a fuck? No, hell no.
head. Be glad you guys never had to hear that song I wrote about the squirrel.
What?
That's all I can say. Because you brought it up just now. I thought I started
Yeah.
thinking about it. I was like, oh.
We were one of the old bands we were in. We had our singer had a very specific thing that he wanted us to do, and none of us really liked this song. And then he didn't show up for practice one day, and we wrote a new song, and it was like dubstep, metal, thrash. Like it was just this weird mixture of everything. And he started singing about a robot squirrel that couldn't find his nuts, and. We played it for him, and he went, "I'm never missing another practice again as long as I live."
we literally wrote this entire song and the lyrics and recorded it all in one afternoon.
God
It
damn.
was like 3 hours, and and he was so excited, and then he heard it.
I know that feeling all too well.
So I'm gonna take
In fact,
this.
that would be like what Sawyer did.
I'm gonna take this quick moment to bring a couple other things. We got some other shows coming up soon. There's a really interesting looking show coming up. You even know about it. The King Must Die, Cemetery Legacy, Soulless Demise, and Slab.
Yeah,
Slab City.
that was what Adam was going to promote, but he couldn't let the full cat out of the bag
Yep.
on our last podcast.
And now it's out in the open. It's good to go. That's going to be a really intense, awesome show. So
December 2nd at the Red House in Walnut Creek is Bile Disciple, Broken Glass Sanctuary, Fortress United, and Soulless Demise, and they're filming a music video.
yep. So if you want to be filmed along with them enjoying their music,
I will be there for that.
yeah, I'm contemplating it still. I might just for that.
Wear your own shirt.
Yeah,
Hell no. Dude, hell no.
and then
That just ruined the whole song for me.
and I wanted to say congrats to Bands for Bands. They looks like they had a successful toy drive that you were a part of, and
Yeah, it was fun.
yeah, they had everybody that they thanked for that. Mystic Rage, the Rico McCalma Experience, Wolfsnake's Son, and TNP. They raised a lot of money for charity, so that was good. And we're hoping to see Bands to Bands again next year for the Metal Fest. So
the singer took a digger into the toy bin. It was amazing.
Woo!
I think you need to find another word for that.
What?
Just doesn't sound right.
People will enjoy you. That's all I'm saying.
Does it mean something else to you?
No, but you say it a little too quickly.
We here at Disrupt the Paradigm are a culturally diverse band.
But Len's not here, so now we're
digger.
Disrupt the paradigm.
And
my
the
ass.
word was naggers, not diggers. For what you're thinking of.
Understood?
That was the best.
The Cuban guy said it. The Cuban guy.
He's a cigar.
Yay. So we got that coming up. You don't have anything you said last time. You already got yours covered.
Yeah.
I
Skip
just like
has
most
nothing.
people.
I'll have some more announcements later on.
Yeah, so we'll come back around to that. And anything else you guys wanted to promote or talk about? Like tell people to buy your EP or your shirts or anything like that?
Yeah, buy our shirts.
That sums it up pretty nicely.
And where can they buy your shirts?
We are online. We have an online store for that on our website, and we also have, well, not any shows near here, but if you just talk to us, we'll be like, yeah, sure.
We have shooters.
We do have shooters. We had a competition we did for that where we challenged our fans to make the worst drinks possible, and the worst 5 won a free shot glass, and also got to watch us drink them.
Yeah,
Like
that
a
was a
drunken cow?
horrible day.
There was
That was a horrible
no
day.
drunken cow, but I can say like surely that 2 of us threw up. I was not one of them.
You know what a drunken cow is?
You had
No, I do not.
Jack Daniels and milk.
Oh,
Dude,
that
that's
sounds
not.
interesting.
You have no idea. Like it was way worse than that, man. Like picture what was it? The one that I had was Synergy kombucha mixed with E&J wine and sardine can oil. That was some shit that I put in my body.
That's like the Drinko thing that they did on the Tonight Show with like.
I called it the afterbirth.
Yeah, there you
It
go.
looked just like it.
Oh, God.
yeah. Alongside of that, we had Leyland did the Fast Food Frenzy,
Oh,
which
God,
was
dude.
Jose Cuervo mixed with blue cheese and In-N-Out animal style fries blended together.
Dude,
Wow.
like he was blending it and it turned into this mealy paste. And like we had to get it liquefied because he couldn't drink it if it was like something
It was
that
just
couldn't
like,
come out.
we were just like, Leyland, the solution to that is add more tequila.
Yeah, he was gonna say like, can I just put some water in there to dilute it? It's like, no,
No,
water's not
tequila.
one of the ingredients.
Yeah, you
you
can't-
gotta use Jose Cuervo.
It's either drink the toothpaste or have some more Cuervo.
So these were recommendations from your followers.
Yes, we
And
asked them.
Recommendations is not the word.
We asked
for it.
them. We asked them to create drinks using 3 ingredients.
Torture ideas.
They had to.
Or-
They had to all be liquid. The drinks could not be lethal. Like there could be no lethal ingredients. Like there was no liquefied dog shit. No.
Hand
Had
to be
sanitizer,
edible
no
things.
gas.
Yeah, it had to be edible things. And alongside of that, we just said you have to like the page, and we'll tell you guys when this all goes down.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty successful contest too. It got quite a bit of traction from that. It also was wrapped up in the like Life in the Sewers music video that really released too. So we were getting quite a bit of like people just coming to our page from that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. You guys planning on doing more stuff like that?
Not for the EP anymore. I think we're done promoting it after the tour is over.
And then it'll just be doing whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe occasionally playing and.
Yeah,
recording.
we'll still be playing shows, of course. Just we won't be going in a van doing it. I don't think for a little bit.
Yeah, not quite yet. And one day I'll get a tour vehicle.
No, we'll do it again. Obviously, just
Yeah.
we'll think about that later.
Always the unmarked van as a tour vehicle.
We were LA. We went down there in a Ford F-150 with a shell in the back. It actually worked pretty good.
So everybody's gear in there and all the people?
Yeah, I mean, there's only 4 of us, and I mean, we don't have a ton of gear.
And we're pretty much like self business too. Like we don't have any extraneous outsiders doing anything for us.
We sell our own stuff.
Pre-orders for them shirts.
Yeah, we'll get more of those. We'll get more of those before we even set off on the road again.
Yeah, when you don't actually have shirts, it makes it a little bit easier to pack your gear.
It makes it even funnier to say buy our shirts too when you don't have shirts.
Yet.
Buy our shirts, sold out.
That's right.
Makes it look really good.
Yeah.
See, Skip? Take note. Tell people we're always sold out.
I just stand by the box. I don't wave a sign or anything.
That's why we haven't sold anything.
Now get yourself like a nice hot dog outfit with a sign and then twirl it up in the air.
Last time I brought up a hot dog outfit, I was shot down, so.
Well, it's because we still have...
hot dog outfit.
It was for the gag! Never mind.
we still have banana outfits. Why aren't you wearing one of those to sell the shirts?
Playing a banana
I'll
outfit.
do it.
That would be uniform.
He has.
We've done it.
He's played in banana outfits. He's played in bear costumes.
Dragon onesie.
I played in dragon skeletal picnic basket.
Scott
onesies.
played as Tommy Wiseau,
Oh,
Yes.
that was interesting.
and I played as
do
Buckethead.
That was just that was a red hat show for Halloween. I mean, there was a little bit of a downside to it because I mean, to accompany me, I had my girlfriend Kelly being Lisa, which meant a blonde wig and a skimpy red dress and there's
In a
some
bar.
really questionable people there.
Yeah.
So she had some like random Mexicans who couldn't speak English trying to kiss her. So
Yeah.
ridiculous shit that
No, just-
people almost die for.
Just long story short, revealing dress in a bar.
yeah.
But were you screaming out that she was tearing you apart?
Yes.
That's all that matters. Did you have a dog?
I did not have a
Hi,
dog.
doggy.
I mean,
Should have had a dog.
Hi, doggy.
No, instead we had Yorick.
I had a question. Anybody looking forward to any of these holiday brews coming out?
Holiday brews. That's
Brown
right.
sugar's pretty good.
That one is really good.
It took me a minute to like this year's, and then I was like,
Is
Yeah,
it just
it's
a
warmed up.
different batch of brown sugar, or is it a holiday?
they make it different every year.
Okay.
Whenever they make it. Nate actually had his hands on making it this year.
So I tried another company. They're called Avery Brewing.
Okay.
They've got stuff called Perzig Saison. It's almost like an appley, like seasonal appley beer.
Yeah.
And it's something they're doing right now. They've got that one and another one that's kind of like it's kind of a light flavor. It's called like Old Jubilation or whatever, something like that.
I've heard of that one before.
Yeah, and that one is really good. It's just an ale. But yeah, those are two that I was looking forward to, and they're finally just dropping them in the stores.
I just discovered there's a new brewer. There's a brewery called Golden State Brewing. It's in Santa Clara. It's in the old Memorex building. It's the first brewery in Santa Clara since Prohibition. And I had tried a couple of their beers over the weekend. It was really good. So I'm going to have to go check them out sometime.
Excited. Everybody's dropping all their seasonals, and some of them are pretty good. But yeah, that one, they've been doing that one, every year for the past 4 years?
Yeah, there was like a year or two where they didn't have it, and that's where they came up with Lagunitas Sucks.
Yeah.
That's because they screwed up on the batch, right?
No, because they didn't have the batch ready. So like, because they were like remodeling,
Oh, okay.
I believe, and so they didn't have they didn't have enough prep time to make the Lagunitas Suck or the brown sugar. So then they're like, "We're sorry, we suck. Here's a new beer."
Called Lagunitas Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Which is pretty good too.
That's a good one. I like that one.
What about you, Skippy?
I don't like anything to do with the holidays. Beer, no.
Fine. Be that way.
That's right.
May you get colon in your stocking.
I think you'd have to
Now buy a shirt.
I think you'd
Yeah,
have
you'll
to
get a Gürschach
have a
shirt in your
stocking to put
stocking.
up in order to get something in it.
In fact, if you do get a stocking to put up, somebody pink socks it.
Oh shit!
I don't know what that means.
We got a lesson here,
I
Tyler.
don't know. God, no.
Oh god!
This won't be on the podcast. But I'll tell you what it means.
Oh,
Excellent
goodness.
word.
Scott,
I may even show you a pink soccer too.
Oh,
On that note,
how about you guys? You guys got any? I don't know. Are you guys beer drinkers?
He is.
Yeah. I'm not super into the local breweries yet. I'm looking to, but I haven't explored too much. Some in particular around here I like. I mean, I like Anchor Steam. I like there's San Francisco. I like there's a few out here. I mean, there's I know EJ Fair is a lot of ones. I know that and those are like stuff that are like in the local bar next to the music school I teach at. But I haven't had their holiday stuff yet, so I'll have to look into it. They'll probably have that, but we'll have to see.
Awesomeness. Yeah, it's always interesting to see what kind of creations some of them come up. Some of them have been really awful. I've had a couple of seasonals out there that have just been like, yep, that was a waste of money. I'd rather buy a used condom.
Yeah, I definitely feel it. I remember, not exactly local, Shock Top did their seasonals one year, and I had that in the thing. Their chocolate beer, oh dear God. Their chocolate beer, you do not want that. They did some people do that, right? Like Sam Adams does.
You do not
but
want any of it.
yeah, it just didn't work.
Tastes like an actual dirt road.
I really like the Blue Moon seasonal for winter. It's full moon. It's pretty good. It's not local guys, but it's a really tasty seasonal.
And it's one that a lot of people, I think, always find is kind of like their entryway into trying other stuff.
Yeah.
That seems to be like the one a lot of people will try first, and then they'll kind of go, oh, that wasn't too bad, and then they'll start trying other stuff.
I was working at one of the beer and bacon festivals. I was pouring at the Blue Moon booth, and it was like we had regular Blue Moon, and then we had their horchata beer, and it was like I was supposed to try and sample as much of each, but it's like everyone's drunk enough Blue Moon they could piss it for a week. So like, I was just like, here, rinse your mouth out with this, and then that was the only way I could actually get people to drink regular Blue Moon before they tried the horchata.
Hey, I'm just saying, a bacon and beer metal fest. Why hasn't it happened yet?
That you know that's
Come
I
on.
wonder too. Get Psycho Stick to headline. Beer is good.
Yeah, no
Stop.
kidding.
I would love to play with Psycho Stick.
Yeah, me too. On the real, my friend Brandon's band did, and I'm hella jealous. They do Ace of Spades and they do DNA on their tours, and he was in the right place at the right time. So
Is that Motorized?
no, that was Suburban Paranoia.
Well, you see,
okay.
all you got to do is like, because this whole beer and bacon thing isn't a thing, you got to make it a thing, and then you got to book Psycho Stick, and then
Yeah.
get your band up on there too.
Right.
Photoshop a lot of pictures of people like holding bacon and beer and looking all excited and euphoric. Just be like, see, look at all these people enjoying their bacon and beer. We just needed you to show up.
And then it's like, where's the bacon and beer? Oh, that was just the ad.
Yeah.
Now play for your meal.
But it's gonna
We'll
charge
get you beer tickets.
Yeah, you get one
Get
beer
your
ticket.
beer
The
ticket.
bacon's still $10 per slice, but you get a beer ticket.
$10 per slice. Goddamn.
Well, every beer fest or bacon festival they try to have in San Jose, I know that they've ran out of like certain bacon products
Yeah.
fairly quick.
Yeah, I volunteered at the last 2 or 3 of them, and yeah, something always runs out, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh, to dream. We were talking about beer and bacon metal fest. That'd be fun.
Keep the beer. I want the bacon ticket.
Exactly. See,
Dude,
we're
I'll
all in
have a
agreement. It
bacon
needs to
ticket.
happen. Somebody make it happen.
But then you'll upset the vegans.
We didn't want them there anyway.
And with that, see you later, vegans. No more for you. Again, we're here with Gürschach.
Buy our shirts.
Buy our shirts.
You better buy their shirts. Better go to their website, pre-order them shirts so they
The
can buy
vegans
shirts.
buy our shirts.
And then
They
we're
do
gonna.
not have meat in them.
The free range cotton.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll definitely keep in touch with them. Maybe they'll come back. Who knows? We're a bunch of idiots, so you never know when people come back or not. Adam's come back twice already. I don't know why. I guess he thinks we're okay.
He thinks this is actually an effective promotional tool.
Yeah, he's
He likes it.
exactly. And
maybe
then
maybe we'll come back with Dirty Blonde Tinkle and the Burrito Rappinator.
yeah, come back with everybody in, and you won't have to say terrible things about them.
Because they'll be good
No,
guys.
I'll probably say terrible things anyway.
Yeah, sounds about
Because
right.
he's terrible.
And with that pink sock of
No,
a
that's
story, we'll come back later. Hopefully, we'll have more information on Jerome and his adventures.
He's in Texas right now.
Yeah, he's currently Texaring, and he's going to be in North Carolina next coming months. I think he's got that planned as well. And then he'll be back to have to deal with all the shit we wrote without him. He's going to have to play catch-up.
Oh, wow, that's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, he's going to have fun with that.
See, that's the kind of thing when you just get, like, you just go, like, hey, so we wrote this for you, and it's on an 8-string guitar, so, yeah, you got to go get one.
Oh,
Well, he plays
that
the
sounds
seven,
familiar.
so-
Yeah, he plays 7, I play 6. I mean, he'd probably be like, well, I'm just going to write this lower note to whatever.
By the way, how soon can you learn keyboards?
We need a skin flute for this part.
Yeah.
So can you do arpeggios on a keyboard?
You never know.
Runs
think-
annoyingly talented. You give him a week or two, and he'll just come back and be like, and be like, I quit.
Yeah, a week or two is all we get.
He does that. He does that out of nowhere. Like we had another guitarist before he took over for doing that now. They started with a guitarist that when we combined projects, they had a guy already that was working on it, and Len was doing drums, and you were singing. And then when we came in, they switched to doing both him and Jerome were singing. The other guitar player and me were working together, and these guys. And then that guitar player left. Another guy came in. We worked with him for a little while through the start of the recording process. And then he left. And then Jerome was like, oh, I'll do it. All of a sudden, he just learns all the songs, and he's singing and playing the songs they just learned like within a couple weeks.
I
So
can feel that.
it's just one of those things. He's just one of those people that just suddenly can do that shit. And you said it. You called it. You're like, he is good at too many things.
He was my John. I was his Paul in high school.
And there you go.
He's good at everything except for remembering the set list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the days we practice.
And what day the show is.
just hand him a piece of
And
paper.
showing up to podcast.
Member.
Exactly.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy, guys. We will see you
And
again.
remember to buy our shirts.
Yep.
All of them.